Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Heavy metal, and this is not even really associated with, well, it can be associated with SHTF. But this is just something that I've always thought about. As far as I can remember, when I first got into, I first showed interest in weaponry. And I looked at all the things that I looked at a lot of programs on the History Channel. I used to always watch Modern Marvels, and I always enjoy the programs on firearms, or just arms really just arms in general. And just a few minutes ago, I came up with a list of things that certain arms, mind you, I said arms, that I wouldn't mind owning. Should nothing happen, should nothing at all happen. But if something did happen, if the fecal matter did hit the oscillating impeller, I wouldn't mind having either some of the things on this list, or even all of them. I'm gonna read them off right now. I'm reading them in order from, I guess, lightest to heaviest in a sense. I never made a list like this before, but I figured I'd give it a shot. First one, M3A1 grease gun. Second, M1928 Thompson. Third, M1918A2 BAR. Let's see, the fourth, Colt M4A1 Commando. The fifth, Striker shotgun. The sixth, M1919A4 Browning 30 caliber machine gun. The seventh, and this is where it gets a bit more fun, M79 grenade launcher. Number 8, 40 millimeter China Lake. It's a pump. For those of you who know what a China Lake is, I think only 30 of them were made. It was an experimental 40 millimeter grenade launcher that worked exactly like a pump action shotgun. In fact, they even made their 40 millimeter shotgun rounds, which is pretty cool. Number 9, M32 multi-shot grenade launcher. Number 10, Carl Gustav recoilless rifle. And number 11, 105 millimeter M2A1 howitzer. See if you can see that. That's the list I came up with. Just some, I guess, as of today, hard to find items. And you can't go to a hardware store to pick that stuff up. But what got me thinking about it is, me and a couple friends had discussions about those kind of things. Primarily machine guns. We talked about like the minigun, and we were going back and forth as to about ownership of one, and it came down to this. I personally don't care if my neighbor, or someone across town, someone in the next state, someone in the next region in the U.S. owns a minigun or a grenade launcher, RPG, what have you. I don't have RPG on there. There's just the 11 I listed on that. I listed from that piece of paper. Those are just ones I like. I personally like. I've shot one of them. The M1928 Thompson actually shot an M1A1 Thompson last year. It's pretty fun. But those 11 arms. Those are things I wouldn't mind owning. Probably would cost several $1 million to just to acquire them, and I can't imagine how much the ammunition would be for a Carl Gustav recoilless rifle. But me personally, I have no issue with anyone that's not military or law enforcement. Yes, I just said that. I have no problem with any average person owning those. We have enough people on the roads, and a lot of people die in car accidents. But that's just something that's going to happen. And even if we try to, even if we say, well, you can't own a grease gun. There are crazy people out there. Yeah, there are crazy people out there, so they don't need a grease gun to carry out their plans, as history has shown. You know, there are always going to be people like that. There are always going to be people who will take, they can anything get their hands on, from explosives to a car to even a pen. They can do a lot of damage. They can hurt hurt a lot of lives. You know, and me personally, the reason, if you're curious as to why I would ever want to own any of those arms, defense. I'm pretty sure I could find a defensive use for, M79 grenade launcher. Um, Other than that, I mean, I guess until that time comes, it would sit in a case, or be hanging up on a wall, like my Winchester rifle. You know, really, I can't find the issue with people owning those kind of things. There are arms, and we all know the story behind that. So, I wonder, does anybody who's watching this video have any issues with, if anyone owning any of the 11 things I just called out, or any variants of? And if you don't have a problem with it, I mean, if you feel comfortable, share the ones that you wouldn't mind having in your collection. And I mean, I shot like I said, I shot M1A1 last year. It was pretty fun. I wish I had it on single shot first, because the thing was it was kind of awkward holding, and it's kind of a bit difficult to shoot and have a compensator in the front. But yeah, I think the whole argument about machine guns and explosives it's like I said, if you're worried about someone bad doing something with these things, well, what you fail, with someone who's thinking like that, fail to realize that there are just bad people. That whatever tool they get in their hand doesn't really matter. They're still bad people, and they can do a lot of damage without the things I called out on that list. So I would say, why not? Why hold up good people from owning those kind of things? I'm pretty sure there's some good people out there who can find a good use for a striker shotgun. Probably would make a bad personal defense weapon. Keep a carjacker off you, or something to protect your kids with. Like I said, I believe a person is able to use this to figure out which tool will be good for the job. And like I said, of course there are going to be accidents. Of course there are going to be people doing stupid things with them. But I just don't see it as an excuse to keep any good person who would like to possess any of those tools. There are tools. In the grand scheme of things, it's hardware. But this is a bigger weapon. But tell me what you think. Think I'm crazy? Think I'm out of my mind for even sharing this, or do you agree with me? I'd love to see your comments or a video response from anyone who watches the video. Actually, please be civil to the people who are leaving comments in the comment section. But that's my video, Heavy Metal. I'm Edward Jones, and you have a blessed day.